And now let's begin this newscast with the latest coming in from Hong Kong, which is the big story that we're tracking this hour as Hong Kong is entering its 14th straight week of protests. Hundreds of Hong Kong demonstrators have gathered in downtown for a march towards the US consulate. The demonstrators are calling on US President Donald Trump to quote-unquote liberate the Chinese-ruled city of Hong Kong. The protesters can be seen holding US flags and calling for a political reform. Earlier, the US Defense Secretary Mark Esper urged the Chinese government to exercise restraint in Hong Kong.
Why have you organised this event today?
And so clearly Hong Kong continues to be on the boil. It was the 14th straight weekend of protests in fresh clashes on Saturday. Police fired tear gas to try to clear the protesters outside a subway station. Demonstrators also lit fires and set up roadblocks in order to prevent the police from dispersing the crowd. Protesters also tore down signs, broke turnstiles, set fires on the street and drew graffiti on walls. Violent clashes were also witnessed in Mong Kok. Riot police clashed with groups of protesters who tried to block roads and build bonfires. Riot police were also deployed on routes leading to the airport. Large teams of riot police were also spotted at airport express stations and bus stops. Earlier, the MTR Corporation had announced that the airport express would stop at any station except for the main Hong Kong station and airport. The free shuttle bus service from Kowloon station was also suspended. Now, these protests came just 2 days after the semi-autonomous cities embattled leader Carrie Lam withdrew an extradition bill that sparked the initial unrest. However, Lam is yet to meet other demands of the protesters that include greater democratic freedom. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who is on a visit to China, has said that China should work progressively towards guaranteeing equal human rights against the backdrop of its rising global responsibility. The German leader also hoped for a peaceful resolution in Hong Kong.
Naja, ich habe dafür geworben, dass Konflikte gewaltfrei gelöst werden und dass alles andere aus meiner Sicht eine Katastrophe wäre. Und ich glaube, dass die Zurücknahme des Gesetzes ein Beitrag ist, aber es ist eben ein Land und zwei Systeme, wie die Chinesen selber sagen. Und dieses System in Hongkong gibt den Menschen mehr bürgerliche Rechte, als das in China der Fall ist. Und ich hoffe und habe mich jedenfalls dafür sehr eingesetzt, dass es hier friedlich gelingt, diese Proteste zu bewerkstelligen.